Girl, dang, that was
deep.
That was documentary.
Hello, I'm Hannah Hart, and welcome to Edible History, the show where we revere the foods of yesteryear. Today we're serving up a Southern staple as we explore the history of jambalaya. When I think of jambalaya, I think of a savory rice and seafood dish with a bit of a Creole kick. But is that really how this dish got its start? To get the scoop on jambalaya, I'm talking with Michael Twitty, author of the 2018 James Beard Foundation Book of the Year, The Cooking Gene, a journey through African-American culinary history in the Old South. Can you tell me a little bit about your background as a culinary historian?
The culinary history is the history of how we cook. My job is to interpret the foodways of free people of color and enslaved people in the colonial and antebellum period. I want people to see in living color. Our tradition is ancient, our tradition is multicultural, and I'm extremely proud that some of those recipes have come down to each of us in our households.
So today we're gonna be exploring the history behind jambalaya.
Yeah.
Let me tell you everything I know. Jambalaya, it's got rice in it, Creole cuisine maybe, it's Southern,
right.
And that's it.
All of those things are apt. Jambalaya for me is very Creole, very Cajun. I think of a really delicious one-pot rice meal, not quite wet, not quite dry. Some people think that black food is very provincial, rural, agrarian, comfort food. It's much more complicated than that because it's also a part of a global phenomenon we call the African diaspora. In the Caribbean, in Louisiana, in South Carolina, in Brazil, in Haiti, there are all these different rice dishes. So they could be as simple as peas and rice. Rice was not indigenous to the New World. And so rice, along with plantains and bananas, are brought from the African continent, and wherever enslaved people are disembarked to work on plantations and on mines, those become staple foods.
So how did jambalaya become popular across the rest of America, not just the South?
Through migration. The Great Migration was the largest free will migration of Americans in American history, and that was African Americans leaving the South, going other places.
So for the jambalaya we're gonna be making today, where does that recipe come from?
It comes from a beautiful woman named Abby Fisher. And Abby Fisher was illiterate, but she produced one of the first black cookbooks published by the Women's Cooperative. So she was born in Orangeburg, South Carolina. She spent some time in Mobile, Alabama, which has a much more Creole heritage. And then she ends up in San Francisco. Abby Fisher's jambalaya is probably from her experience in Mobile.
So how is this recipe different from the jambalaya we think of today?
This is more of a Southern precursor to that dish, and it's also very emblematic of those tomato-based rice and protein dishes that are symbolic of the link between Africa, the Caribbean, Afro-Latin America, and the American South, bringing together all those different cultures.
Wow, so jambalaya is quite literally a melting pot.
Literally.
Literally. Thank you for sharing this history with me. Let's put this history in our mouths.
Yay.
Yeah, let's cook.
Let's cook.
Today, Michael, our expert, is actually joining me in our Edible History kitchen. So today's recipe comes from Abby Fisher's cookbook.
What Mrs. Fisher knows about old Southern cooking.
From the year 1881. So Michael, would you please read the first step?
Take one chicken and cut it up, separating every joint and adding it to 1 pint of cleanly washed rice.
Da, da, da. No, don't make the
Girl.
chicken. Don't play with your food. Sorry. Yep, come here, little chicken. Thank you for your service. Oh God. Okay, here we go.
Perfect.
Yep, there.
Oh, love it.
Okay, you can do this next part. Ooh, you're gonna break it in half?
There we go.
Sweet mother of God. Look at her go. So then we go like that. Get them bones. I can see why people just twist it off.
Yeah,
There we go. Yes.
there it is.
Okay, so I'll take this piece and toss it in the pot. Okay, so next is,
The thigh.
I've never seen somebody disassemble a chicken IRL in real life. Now I can cut, I can help.
Oh, you can do that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then.
This little
let's do it,
wing,
boo.
teach me how to do the wing.
Kind of like at this little joint right here. Mm-hmm. Gonna make it loose first.
Make it loose, okay?
Cut where there's a little bit of freedom.
Oh, okay. Oh, I found it. I found the
Found it?
joint, found it.
Yep.
Yep. Oh God.
Where it's nice and soft.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. And
Look.
plop.
So we'll add the rice. Cool. We've added the rice.
Step one is done. We've got our chicken, we've got our rice. Now it's time for us to go and clean everything before we come back for step number 2. Our next step reads, take about a half dozen large tomatoes, scalding them well, and taking the skins off with a knife. Michael, what does that mean?
So it basically means we're going to use boiling water to deskin the tomatoes. And the first thing we're gonna do actually to help the process. So doing like a nice deep X. And then what I'd like you to do is core the tomato. Blah.
Wow. How'd you get it?
Turn.
Turn. Oh! Yay, we got it. Shaboom.
So we get to get these in there.
Great. Using this.
Yep.
Very safe.
We can do your 3 first.
Do 3? Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go.
We're gonna let those do their little dance, the little water dance. And we're gonna just let them go for about 45 seconds or so.
Okay, now.
Take them out one at a time.
Oh, sorry.
Madam.
Place them in the ice bath?
Yes. Now, you gotta go to these guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want one of these now?
So just give me one so I can test it. Oh, this is perfect. That magic.
Oh, wow. Okay, now will you walk me through what just happened?
Yes. So I just peeled the tomato from the bottom. Looks like a love apple, doesn't it?
Oh, it
They
does.
were originally called love apples.
Love apple.
So at the bottom.
Peel. Oh, wow. This comes off beautifully. I've never done this to a tomato. I've always thought that stewed tomatoes just exclusively come from cans.
Gentle.
There we go. Beautiful. So now that we've gotten our tomatoes peeled,
Yep.
it's time to slice them
Yep, just like this. And we want to do in half.
in half. Okay, so we just toss them in there.
Yep.
I've got another one. How about this? I'll peel and you cut.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, for
Yep,
you.
there you go.
Thank you, thank you. I find peeling things to be so oddly satisfying. Like if I was in a kitchen, I would want this to be my sous chef job.
Like smashing garlic or peeling garlic?
I do a little and then I peel it off. What about you?
You ever did the jar thing? You go shake, like you're churning butter. It never worked for me. Why don't you
Yeah.
just smash it and just
Boom,
throw the
just peel
peels
off
away?
the rest.
Hell's no appeal for me.
It's true love.
One thing we're gonna do to flip the script just a tiny bit is we're gonna put a little bit of our salt on top of the tomatoes first because we want to draw out the moisture.
Even though Abby Fisher says to do it last, Aunt Abby is watching you right now.
I know.
And she's shaking her head and she's thinking, child, I told you at the end. All right, tomatoes are done. What's our next step?
Then cut in small pieces 2 large pieces of sweet ham and add to the rest, seasoning high with pepper and salt.
So is this our sweet ham?
Nope,
What?
it is lamb bacon.
Por qué?
Well, first of all, the pork eating quotient among us is not high between you and me. But also, let's not forget that this dish starts off in a part of West Africa where people don't even really eat pork. But people improvised all the time.
So how are we gonna cut this?
So we're gonna do like chunks. And I want you to go like this.
Like dice.
And yep, dice and thirds. This is lamb bacon.
So there really is no proper meat or this is the way to quote unquote do it.
Right.
This is more like, yeah, put in the protein that you have and season accordingly.
Exactly.
Let me see. So this is lamb bacon. I've never had it. How much flavoring does this bring?
A lot.
Oh my God.
So what are you getting from that?
I love the flavor of the fat itself.
Adding a little barbecue-iness.
It kind of is. It's exactly like that. All right, so we add these in. You know, I have to say, I really love the attitude towards cooking that encourages improvisation.
That's one of the most problematic words in food is authenticity because that changes from hour to hour, second to second, day to day.
That's why we put the salt in first. And our last step, cook it for 25 minutes.
Okay, one little problem.
Yeah.
You gotta stir that
Stir it.
to incorporate.
Oh, okay.
The chicken's at the bottom, gently, my dear.
You know, I really kind of forgot we even had chicken in here, not gonna lie.
Kind of mix it together.
Okay.
Cool, this looks kind of incorporated.
All right, so now our pot is done.
Yep.
Let's cover it and cook it for 25
Cool.
minutes.
I will do the covering, you'll do the heating.
Okay. So I'm gonna go out on a lamb here and say, we'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, would you call it really making something out of mutton?
I'm gonna let you do that one.
Thank you. Anyway, it's been 25 minutes. Our food should be done. Michael, will you do the honors?
Sure.
Ooh. Yum. Wow, it is for putting no water in. I mean, look at that, boil and bubble.
I'm so shocked.
Oh my God, this smells so good. How's this look to you, Michael? I mean, it looks good to me.
Colorful.
It's colorful.
The little sound of it
It's got a good sound.
bubbling away.
It talks, it speaks to you.
It speaks to me.
It's got a little good look, but really it comes down to how it tastes. Let's give it a taste.
Okay.
So here we go, our 1881 recipe for jambalaya. Okay. It don't really matter to me what I think. I think it's delicious. Michael, what do you think?
It's like smoky and flavorful. The chicken is really tender. And the salt and the hot pepper and the fresh tomato. Got a lot of layers to it.
You know, there's no paprika, there's no garlic, there's no onion, there's none of these like flavor agents we usually use. I'm not gonna lie. I think one of the best things we've ever had on this show.
For real, for real.
For real, for real.
Better than lasagna.
Yeah, a lot better than our lasagna. Our lasagna had cinnamon in it.
Bless your Hannah Hart.
Thank you. Who do you think would win in a cook-off, you or Abby Fisher? Heard it here first. Thanks everybody for watching this video. Thank you to Michael for being here. If you want to find more of Michael, go and check out his book, The Cooking Gene, or follow him anywhere online at The Cooking Gene. Jambalaya. Mrs. Fisher's jambalaya was one of the tastiest recipes we've featured on Edible History. She was able to get so much flavor out of a few simple ingredients and a lot of ingenuity. This recipe shows why jambalaya has stood the test of time and to this day remains a staple of Southern cooking.